Thought I'd give you a brief rundown on how I do my cut and paste operations from within Java. These operations need to use object-oriented vector drawings. Let me give you a little demo. This is array, and now what we're going to do here is draw a circle, and now we're going to fire the ray into the circle as though it were an optic, and we'll bounce it around using basic rules of geometric optics. Now what we'll do is we'll bring up a Word document, and we'll attempt to paste that in as an object. So what we'll do is we'll change our copy preferences so that they are picked, direct picked, and we'll do a copy, go into Word, and we'll do a paste. It takes a little while. Not sure exactly what's going on here, but indeed it does come in. And it very much looks object-oriented, although I'm not quite sure how to edit it here. There is a program called eazydraw retro, and it enables you to paste in the picked. You can paste it in from Word, or you could paste it in directly from the let's see. So here's an interesting question. How do you ungroup this object so that you can edit it? I'm not seeing a good way to do the ungroup. I think there must be a way to do it. It's so hard to find things around here. Format grouping. So here ungroup does not show anything. Group, edit, fixed. What about free? I'm not quite sure what that means. It doesn't seem to be a good way to unlock it. You can't ungroup it. So what if we just delete it and then proceed to go back to the Java program and copy it and go straight back into here. I don't see any way to get that in there. It doesn't seem to be in there. Don't know quite what's going on. Let's go back in here. We'll try a different preference. Here's something called PDF. We'll close that, copy, and we'll try and paste it in PDF. That doesn't seem to work at all. Let's go to Word. Can we paste that in PDF? Project lock, project is unviewable. Well, that's a weird one. I've never seen that before. So let's go back and change our preferences, and we'll try graphics WMF. That might be a thing. Hit copy, go back in here, hit paste, and now eazydraw quit unexpectedly, and that was the eazydraw retro version. When we look at the report, he's saying eazydraw retro is crashing. What could be the problem here? Well, let's not send that. Who knows why it's crashing? So then we go back and we try another version of eazydraw. Here's one called eazydraw 8. Now eazydraw 8 might be able to handle some stuff. Let's try and paste in here. No, that doesn't look right. So we'll delete that. Then we'll go over in here. We'll try and change our copy preferences. Let's go back to that direct picked. That seemed interesting. So now we'll do a copy. We'll go in here and we hit paste. And now things are happening. And the picked object is here, although it needs to be reduced somewhat. Apparently, the scale factor is wrong. As far as grouping is concerned, I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work in this situation, but you can ungroup. Perhaps you can ungroup again. It's very interesting. Why is it coming out so large? So the pasting is apparently not giving us very good information here. That is eazydraw version 8.7.3, and it sounds like there might be something going on here that actually sort of works, maybe. Could be there's no good standard for cut and pasting pics into eazydraw at this point. It does say new from clipboard. But now we don't see anything. Let's go back to copy preferences. So we have direct picked. It pastes into Word. We can copy from Word. We can go back into eazydraw 8. We can paste into eazydraw 8. That seems to work reasonably well. There's grouping capability here, but you can't ungroup it. And it's not clear what group edit does. It may be treating this as an image. I don't know. Open questions here. How do we know what type of image this is? Is there a way to get information or properties on the image? What if we export the image as a SVG and then call it foo.svg, put it into attachments, and then take a look at what we've got. And this is looking an awful lot like a bitmap to me. Image. It's an image, and that's all it is. It's a PNG image. So it converted my lovely object-oriented graphic into a PNG image. All right, well, life in the big city. There must be a good way to do this. Perhaps if we change formats and go to something like EMF. That's a nice old format. Perhaps that'll be supported in the clipboard, who knows. So we'll do a copy, and now we'll do a paste. Nope, no good. Let's try another one real quick. Let's try Windows EMF. Close that. Copy. Nope, no joy in Mudville. So there's probably a way to do this. What it is, we don't know. Anyways, thanks for your attentions, and hopefully we'll be able to crack this nut. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.